What's good, Cowboy Nation? You tuned into Repping the Star with Jason Sibley. Hey, before I dive in, hey, if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe, like, share, comment. Love to hear from y'all. Let's dive into this. Cowboys just suffered a major loss to the Buffalo Bills. The reason why I say devastating loss is because they did not play well on either side of the ball. Be honest with you. I'm not one of those fans that are going to make excuses. I'm not going to sit here and try to paint a picture that's not what it was. You got dominated, definitely in the run game, which we'll come back to. But you did not play your brand of football, and so you take those L's and you move forward. Now I thought it would be a game where, like, I'm be honest with you, I was ready to start recording this episode probably like the second quarter. There was nothing more I needed to see, to be honest with you. I mean, I guess you got to go through regulation and all that stuff, but I pretty much had wrapped up this game probably second quarter because the Cowboys did not play their brand of football. They allowed. Now, first, let's start here. Um, Wait, hold on. Let me start all the way at the beginning. Before I dive into this game, congratulations to the Cowboys who have clinched a playoff berth. The first time, three consecutive seasons since I want to say 1996. So congratulations to the Cowboys for clinching your playoff berth. The only teams as of right now who have clinched would be San Francisco and us. So congratulations. I know that's kind of like overshadowed by the loss, but you got to sit there and take some good out of this. So before we even hit the field, we had clinched the playoff spot. So congratulations to the Cowboys. We stamped our ticket to go into the playoffs. But let's dive into it. I felt like, and I've said it multiple times, like the bonehead penalties, like it there's nothing more that gets under my skin than to see just stupid, silly mistakes. And I felt like, and in this particular game, it's what caused the drive to continue for them to score. Every single time you got one of these calls, they scored a touchdown. You give anybody that many times to extend the drives, they are going to score. So the first one, Demarcus Lawrence, I swear, roughing the passer. Uh, we just gonna have to agree to disagree on that particular one, so I'm not even gonna dive into that one. But let's say the next one, Sam Williams. Sam Williams is like on this quest to sit there and get more playing time, but I'm not a believer of Sam Williams. I think that he plays well, but he's undisciplined. And I've seen him run into kickers multiple times when it was time to punt, and this was a silly one. Jumping up. I mean, you could have just went straight and just tried to like cover the ball. Instead of doing that, you run into the kicker. Now he did try to avoid him in some aspect, but come on, you know how these refs are. You don't give them any opportunity. So I felt like that was a bonehead decision. Of course, they go and score after that one. Then we have the one where it was unnecessary roughness on Curse. Now that one pissed me off. The reason why is because Curse is leading in with his shoulder into the back, and instantly that's roughing unnecessary roughness. And I felt like that was stupid. If it was towards the head or the neck area, okay, that's one thing. If it's to the back, that's not unnecessary roughness. If the receiver would have caught the ball, then it would have just been a tackle. But it is what it is. At the end of the day, I'm not going to be Patrick Mahomes today and complaining about the refs. I'm just going to sit there and say, hey, that particular call, I didn't really think that was warranted. But by this stage, I was already frustrated with the game. And Zach Martin going down, that was probably that's one of the reasons why I was like, okay, I see what kind of game this is about to be. And I hope right now it's talking about a quad injury. Hopefully he's back. Quick, maybe rested. You know what I mean? But I felt like, this game we did not look sharp. And now, granted, before this game, probably this morning, I was reading an article that there were like 10 players dealing with a stomach bug and all this other stuff. I don't want to say that's necessarily the factor. I just want to sit there and say that it's possible, but at the end of the day, you still got dominated. Like, I'm not about to make an excuse. I just found that very interesting. Hopefully this flu blood bug or stomach bug is out of the out of our team so we can move forward. But I felt like them letting Dak play at the end of this game, I didn't really like it, but I had to admire him in some retrospect. I didn't like that he was taking some hits that he probably should not be taking, but um, I respect his heart. I respect the guys out there. He said, "Hey, you know what? We're gonna lose this game, but I'm gonna go out here and sit there because it's all about momentum. It's all about chemistry. It's all about putting on for your team. You know what I mean? Let's earn some respect." So at the end of the day, we may feel how we feel about it, saying, "Hey, we should have put Cooper Rush in when they put in the backup." But at the end of the day, you want to go out there and you sit there and say, "Hey, there's no quit in me," even when it seems like it's out of reach. There's no quit. So, how do I feel about this game, or do I feel any different? I don't feel any different about this. Um, I don't see them any less than a contender as I did last week. You know what I mean? Um, as I said before, I definitely wanted them to go out to Buffalo, get a statement win because, of course, most people are talking about they're so strong at home and away from home. That's where we struggle. That's why I wanted to win. Do I think that at 10-4 the sky's falling? No, like let's stop it. Like the sky's not falling. It's not all hope is not lost. You lost. You lose, and that you take it on the chin and you move forward. You just go forward. Like don't. My biggest thing is don't make excuses. Don't sit there and say, "Well, it was because of this and it was because of the refs." Just take the L. Would I've liked them to sit there and win out? Yeah, absolutely. But it's the NFL. I mean, you got to understand that we're playing some talented teams. So sometimes you just going to be that you're going to have a bad game, and that's what I take this game as. I take it as a bad game. It wasn't just a bad. Some games we see like offenses clicking on all cylinders, but the defense is slacking, or vice versa. This one, it was everybody. Like it was no bright spots in my opinion. I feel like we played a horrible game. One of the biggest things is I often said that with our run defense, if a team ever decided to commit to the run, that was the team I was going to be afraid of, and that's exactly what Buffalo did. They didn't have to sit there. Josh Allen didn't have to sit there and throw interceptions. The reason why you can't throw an interception if you keep handing the ball off. So I mean, hopefully, I mean this miss with Hankins is really glaring, but it's something that I'm really confident with the Cowboys because here's one thing about the Cowboys: after a loss, after especially of this magnitude, they always respond. And I feel like they are going to respond next game. So that's the reason why I don't say the sky's falling. I don't say, oh, this means they ain't gonna stop it. We as fans, we overreact over the stupidest things. Like just you can't win them all. Move forward. Let's move on to the next game. Stop arguing with these people. There's been people who have been sitting for weeks. They've been patiently sitting for weeks, ready to complain and talk crap about your team. Let them have it. Let them have it. They're almost like roaches. I mean, they just gonna appear at the most convenient time. So you don't stop arguing on social media with these people. They're clowns. Let them have it. They more than likely their team don't even have the record as yours, or your team just beat them, so they feel some type of way. At the end of the day, just let them have it. You're still 10-4. You going into the playoffs, chill, relax. It's all good. My confidence in this team has not shifted, not swayed. I've seen some of the best in the league have bad games, and this was a bad game. Run it. Like let them talk their stuff because they also have games to play too. Or, and the season's not over with. So, just take in some I guess some positive thought and say, hey, we made it to the playoffs. This third consecutive year. Let's celebrate that. Let's move forward, but don't trip over it. Let them talk, say whatever they want. I'm pretty sure there's about to be a bunch of memes because that's what haters do. They get ready to line up to something and talk crap. That's what they're supposed to do. That's why they're haters. That's the definition of a hater. So let them have it, but keep rocking that star. So tough loss. No excuses going to be given. I'm just going to say we got dominated and we lost the game, and we'll leave it at that. Let's get prepared for new weeks playing against Miami. Should be a fun game. Christmas Eve. I'll be giving y'all a preview this week. Hey, until then, let's go Cowboys.